you are at in the world, and welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody, and welcome to this channel. If you are new here, thank you for joining our feathered family. If you are a return subscriber from my other channel, thank you for still sticking with my feathered family. All right, so when you come into this video, give me a Fonzie. If you're watching it after it's streamed, give me a Fonzie, either by double tapping your screen or just simply hitting a thumb up. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how this general reading resonates with you. And if you are not yet subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, that little notification bell, so that you know when I go live and when I post videos. All right. So this video is particular for the sun sign of Capricorn. I don't know why I said Capricorn. Maybe you need to go watch a Capricorn video. The sun sign of Aquarius. And what we are doing is we are checking your North Node. We got Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron that I brought through here to protect us and to work on those chakras, because that's what we're doing. We're going to ask the angels and your ancestors what it is, what chakra you need to work on that is part of your transformation. North Node talks about your spiritual journey. It talks about the lessons that we learn on our spiritual journey. So talking about the North Node energy. 143, 144 could be significant. 143 means I love you. 144 talks about being called to do something. All right, so Aquarius's North Node. So we're going to first start off with, if you don't know what your North Node sign is, get ask.com. You need your birth date, the time you were born, and the place you were born to pull up your natal chart to get exactly where your North Node is. You don't really always need the time you were born, but you absolutely would get a better natal chart if you had it. All right, so if you don't know what your North Node is, go check it out. If by some strange chance this message doesn't resonate, go watch your North Node sign. Okay, it is always take the messages as they resonate. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here, Aquarius. We're going to open up with the ancestors. What do you want to address with the Aquarius collective? Diligence. On the bottom of the deck, we have change. Something needs purified. Something in that solar plexus or the root chakra. Something needs purified here. Yeah, you need to find a state of balance, because you're either in this one extreme emotional state or this extreme dry emotions. I don't have no emotions. I don't feel anything, or you're over emotional. So that's what needs to be purified so that you can find that state of balance. That's the truth, the whole truth there for Aquarius. We're talking about that wind blowing on a tree, right? You have an ancestor with dark hair coming through here. Looks like they have a shaven beard who is coming in and telling you something that's the truth, right? That way you can open yourself up to set shadow within your subconscious when it comes to the wounds that you are that needs to be purified. Maybe you don't feel worthy, maybe you feel lack of self-confidence, because that's what the solar plexus talks about, that lack. I lack the power, I lack the confidence, I lack the strength, right? um I lack to see the truth. I lack to not being able to express my truth, because when talks about expression, right? Expression, and also rules the heart chakra. So I don't have the courage to express how I feel. So I'm going to hold all these emotions in until a volcano erupts, and then things from 100 years ago that didn't even matter are going to erupt on a person, right? Or being over emotional, being triggered all the time, always in that either high or that low energy, right? So that is what needs to change. We're going to take that change card so that you can open yourself up. So you got to face some shadows here, is what I feel. You need to face some shadows, Aquarius. All right, so diligence. A number 17. So the 1 and the 7, the 1 talks about self. The 1 talks about feeling comfortable in ourselves. It also talks about new beginnings. The 7 talks about the challenges that we endure for our soul's growing pains. All right. So fallow field. The traditionally fields were left fallow, unfarmed, or extended periods of time to allow the soil to recover and rebalance its nutrients. And I feel like that's what you're doing. So you very well could have earth in your north node. All right. To break disease and pest cycles and to provide a haven for wildlife. Letting fields lie fallow meant that the subsequent crops were much healthier and more vibrant. Engaging in this time honored process takes patience and diligence, but the results are worth the wait. So your ancestors want you to know that there are times in life to step forward and take risks, but there are other times to be patient, step carefully and slowly, and know that the benefits you will gain in the future will be worth it. Be attentive, meticulous, and persistent. This is time to plan for action steps in the future. Be diligent and consistent at each step as you move forward. By doing so, you will harvest remarkable results in the years ahead. This is not a time for instant gratification. Your diligence will pay off in the future tenfold. This is a time for deliberate organization. Clean house, clean clutter out of your life. Be thoughtful about how you spend your time and be discerning when choosing with whom you spend it. Clear out relationships that do not support you. Right? That moon energy. Clear out relationships that don't support you. Ones who either flood you with emotions or ones who are dry and barren, or ones who are always in the shadow side. See, there's a lot of orange on that card. Somebody who's always, you know um the sacral chakra, always either blocked up with emotions, or it's like that extreme, right? That extreme. This is a wound that you need to face. I feel like this is a pattern because what the full moons do, they reflect back to us things that are hidden in darkness. All right. And that's the truth. So you definitely have an ancestor who is watching over you, talking to you. Air sign, about what needs to be purified. Having the courage and strength to stand in your power, right? Stand in your power and say, listen, this relationship doesn't vibe with me anymore. Or I don't feel comfortable enough in this relationship no more. You're all over the place. One day you're all over me, you're lovey dovey, and the next day you're distant, right? I feel powerless in this relationship because I'm afraid to rock the boat. I'm afraid to make this change. So that's somebody out there because look, the red, right? I don't feel secure enough in this relationship. I feel powerless. It's like you are overpowering me. You are stunning my growth, so to speak, right? See all the darkness in this green? Muddy emotions. All right, change. So, Aquarius, dancing clouds. Throughout time, people have looked to the heavens for signs, and in the ever changing of the clouds, they have seen shapes and forms that seem to be direct messages from the Creator. Clouds are shapeshifters. Their essence, and I feel like that's what we're dealing with a relationship where it's always shape shifting. Like you always have to bend to shape into, I don't know, something about shape shifting, something that changes shape every day. Like you don't know what to expect from a relationship with a person from one day to the next, right? Their essence is the same, but they can change From mist to rain to ice to snow to water. Yeah, exactly. That's that sacral chakra energy. The transient nature of clouds tends the understanding that life is transitory and ever changing. So your ancestors want you to know it's okay to change your mind. You want to be in a relationship, it's okay to change your mind. Don't allow somebody to emotionally manipulate you to like to keep you in something that you don't feel comfortable in, right? Something that you feel powerless in, a relationship you feel powerless in. You do not need to be consistent. This is a time to put the needs and expectations of others aside. Exactly. This person could be very needy, right? They could suck your emotional body dry where you just have nothing left to give, right? You powerless. And listen to the beat of your own drum. You don't need to follow tradition. Create your own traditions. You are free to express yourself and let your spirit fly. Be daring. Go beyond predictable behavior. Just because something has a just because something has always been done a certain way doesn't mean that it needs to continue to be done that way. You can't control the exact circumstances of your life, but you can control what meaning you give to them. Select meetings that empower you, for this is the time to be carefree, wild, and unpredictable. Beautiful. All right. So, what chakra ancestors does Aquarius need to work on? See, there's a lot of green in this card. Look at all the green. So, definitely heart chakra energy coming through here. And then pink talks about compassion, it talks about love, it talks about caring. But you can see that the horse is going the opposite way. The bird and the horse are going opposite ways, right? See, the bird's going this way, the horse is going that way. So, this definitely does talk about freeing yourself. It talks about being free as a bird. It talks about, you can change your mind if you don't want to be in a relationship, right? You have that capability. You have free will. And you could have somebody who is trying to manipulate your free will. Okay. Um, so chakras. What chakra does Aquarius need to work on? I'm telling you, smoke and mirrors. This is a 42. I believe that's a crown chakra card. So smoke and mirrors and be willing to release it, right? Be willing to release it and see your world from a different perspective, Aquarius. So 444 can be significant. The 49 is a 13, adds up to a 4. 13 is a 4. And then you have a 4. 444, 1331. 444. You can't make this stuff up. We will take the willing to release because it's coming underneath the change. So smoke and mirrors. I believe, yeah, it's the third eye chakra. So work on your third eye chakra. Light, intuition, vision, imagination, prescience, knowing, perception, and mental states. So this person could be playing a lot of mental games with you. Um, like I said, shape shifting, taking things to the extreme here, right? Wanting you to bend to shape their reality. This person could play a lot of mind games with you, trying to manipulate you into staying in a relationship. So, seeing through the lens of past conditioning, that's that moon energy that I showed you. The inability to recognize the truth of what is being offered. I'm telling you. The moon energy, the illusion, the truth of what's being offered. See, I feel like this person is very overpowering with their words. Somebody is very manipulative with their words. I don't know why, but see that face on that card? That it's like that reminds me of that shapeshifter energy. See how they got black eyes, right? That's that shapeshifter energy. From misguided perceptions, moving beyond the illusion of separation, being accountable for your biases and the way you view the world. We're actually built to view the world inaccurately. Our five senses tell us we are separate from one another. We are conditioned to see time as linear. This creates a consciousness of delineation, separation, and finality. We infinite fear that we see it is what we see is all it is. Although we know deep down there is more, we are suspicious of it. Our fear of death results from this kind of perception. The entire world is a of smoke and mirrors, and our job is to discover the truth that lies beyond the illusion. Discoveries at the frontiers of science align with what the ancients have known. At the atomic level, we are blinking lights in empty space. This is fundamental. Time can be bent, and we are eternal. Ask yourself if what you see is really just what you're looking for. Something about looking. What do you sense beyond the intellectual assessment of what is? Can you drop into your heart and soul and call for a vision, a feeling, an awareness of the true and authentic? Every day, remind yourself that there are that intrinsically connected to all life. The universe needs you to learn about it. You have within you extraordinary magic with which to co-create life beyond your wild expectations. Today, trust the inner voice that reminds you that you truly will find what you seek and more, even if an outer condition appears to be has challenged that. It's all smoke and mirrors. Things are not exactly as they seem. So that we're talking about a relationship, Aquarius. A relationship is not what it seems. So this person is casting illusions over you, right? They're casting illusions over you. They only want you to see things their way. In other words, they want you to bend to their will. It's like they don't want you to have free will. And they could be doing magic to do this, right? Magic. I'm telling you, look at this person. Do they not look like they have black eyes, right? It kind of looks like a female, but at the same time, it looks like a male. They have dark hair, right? Who is just blowing in your ear, right? Telling you the things to try to manipulate you. I'm telling you. So they could be magic on you. And you could literally be seeing this person shapeshift in front of you, which is going to be like, oh no, I need to change direction. Whoop, right? Because we got the third eye card here. 42 adds up to a 6. 4 and a 4 is an 8. 2 and a 9 is 11. This could be your message, 411, me warning you, right? You need to see something from a higher perspective here. Then maybe it's just your time to go in a different direction because you two are two different people. One's a horse and one's a bird, right? And this person is just manipulative. They're messing with your free will, doing magic. They're mirroring to you cloudiness because they don't want you to see the truth. They want you to perceive things their way. That manipulation of your will. I'm telling you. Okay, so we have Crown through playing a lot of mental games with you. Spirituality, ego, transcendence, liberation, God consciousness, understanding, and wisdom. So yeah, this person definitely with spirituality. This person thinks they can be God over your life. This person is very egotistical. This person has a lot of wisdom when it comes to how to do magic, how to in place wisdom in your crown chakra. This person could be saying, "Oh, you're everything I've wished for," right? But when you look in the mirror, you're not seeing something clearly. You're seeing it through a cloud in your thought process, right? The ego. You're seeing it through the ego and up through your psychic sight, your consciousness. Yielding to the divine plan, releasing attachment to form, especially if something isn't what you expected or wanted. Yeah, this is definitely something that is either unexpected that you really don't want, right? Leaving room for serendipity. Some days you have to let go of your struggle to find an answer. So you could be questioning, right? You could be questioning, is this person perfect for me, right? Is this person good for me? Would they be willing to change? Why should I have to change? And, bend to their will, right? Why should I have to bend to their will? This doesn't mean giving up altogether or losing anything. Remember that our co-creative partnership with the divine give and take is necessary. You do your part by setting your intention and taking any necessary actions, but you must then surrender the form, the timing, and the how of your higher power because there is a change. You have the capability to change your mind. And this person is asserting the will so that you don't change. They could be doing earth magic, messing with your thought process, messing with your higher self. This is somebody who is very smart, somebody who is very spiritually advanced, trying to interfere with something. So, right now, you can immerse yourself in this experience, allow the divine plan to unfold as it will on your behalf without interference. Can you be open to receiving what is yours, even if it's not packaged in the form you thought you wanted? Perhaps if you look deeper, you will see that you've received the perfect vibrational match to your most authentic ones. And that's what I feel like you're doing. You are going through your shadow side, it's reflecting upon you, the people that you attract to you, the relationships that you attract to you, and how your shadow side creates like this illusion. You know, it creates like you can't see something clearly. So let go and see what transpires. Right, again, because you know this truth in your heart that can really be so difficult that maybe you just need to go a different direction. That this person is just, they're maybe just not good for you, right? They've created a lot of challenge in your life, played a lot of mind games with your life, right? 811 could be significant for you. Let's look that number up. A lot of birds outside right now. 811 is a powerful spiritual message urging you to step into your personal power, embrace your confidence, and trust in new beginnings. It combines with the energy of 8, manifestation and abundance, 11, spiritually awakening in your intuition, signaling that you are uniquely equipped to turn your dreams into reality. Yeah, you are uniquely equipped, right? Look at that. You are uniquely equipped to rise above and be willing to release any cloudiness in your headspace because this person is just, whoo, my. Okay. 811 frequently acts as a roadmap for personal growth, highlighting key areas of your life. Wow. This key area, Aquarius, is about relationships. It doesn't matter if it's a romantic relationship. Right now, we're just talking about all relationships. Two new chapters or pivots may be opening up for you simultaneously. The universe is supporting you as you transition into a fresh direction, right? Look, I'm telling you, a fresh direction. See how one's going one way, one's going the other. Your guardian angels are validating your emotions and urging you to lead with autonomy and integrity. The double ones remind you that your thoughts are powerful. Your thoughts are powerful. This is crown chakra. Focusing on positive, clear intentions will attract your abundance. It encourages you to nurture empathy and mutual respect while being honest about what you truly need, speaking your truth, and not being afraid of this person. Mm-hmm. All right, Aquarius. Smoking mirrors. What wisdom does Aquarius need to know about this third eye smoking mirrors? I feel like they're clouding your perception because they don't want you to see the truth. Renewal. So you're being asked to ground your energy. Change is here. This time, root chakra. So you really need to ground your energy. Look how her crown is illuminated. You need to step into your feminine side. There's definitely some sort of illumination coming through here. Perseverance. You are not in a deadly swamp. The road is clear. So this could be a swamp witch, a manipulative swamp witch, willing to release. What wisdom do they need to know for the crown chakra? Willing to release expansion. Look at that. Expanding your crown chakra. Yep, I'm telling you, there's the shape shifting. Look, somebody has a demonic attachment here. So somebody here likes to play somebody's heart space, making them feel insecure, right? Making them feel powerless. See, there's an attachment to somebody's solar plexus, making them feel powerless, right? Playing on their insecurities, not wanting them to see something clearly here. Somebody who is verbally manipulative. Mm-mm-mm. Alrighty, so we're going to put that down there. So let's read renewal for the third eye chakra. You're being offered a chance to awaken to a new life. You may need to deepen your roots and anchor yourself by taking stock of what you would like to create. This is the time to start again and grow a strong foundation. Yeah, change is in the air. So definitely ground your energy. It'll help clear out your perception. It'll help to clear out the cloudiness in your mind, in your third eye. It'll help you to remain grounded. It'll help you to, if you're asking for some sort of a sign or a synchronicity, allow it to come through. Illumination to come through down through your crown chakra. You may need to mess with flowers. I'm not sure what flower that is. Let me see if it tells me in this book. Oh, renewal. Geranium. So it's a geranium flower. Leaves shrivel are stolen by the wind. She is pried from a pot and is deeply saddened when she is thrown away. So somebody could be they could be casting illusions over you. Why? Because they felt thrown away. But when she awakens, she is blooming once again. Now she lives in a large park, a former landfill site surrounded by lush greenery, and her roots reach much deeper than ever before, opening to the possibilities of a new life. What appears to be an end may not be one at all. This may turn into a remarkable opportunity. Trust that whatever is coming is better than what you have known to this point. So sourcing from more beneficial place, feeling in the dark, change in circumstances, unexplained. Yeah. So you're definitely feeling clouded. You're feeling in a dark. You're unable to see something. And you could have had somebody who was a spiritualist doing this to you. They didn't want you to awaken. They didn't want you to expand. They didn't want you to change, right? They want you to feel sadness, right? They wanted you. I feel it's because you threw them away, right? You've seen something from a higher perspective, right? This person wanted you to shrivel to their will. They wanted you to be small, right? They wanted you to feel defeated. They didn't want you to feel expanded. Sky God, that's air energy. That's the expansion card. So, and this is the wisdom that you need for your crown chakra. Your life is changing as you move away from the old way of relating to others. I'm telling you. New people are entering your life. Relationships may no longer work, and that's exactly what we're talking about. You need to read to those who are on the same vibrational frequency or personal upliftment. Call upon higher companions to advise you at this time. You'll see it when you believe it. So your belief system has a lot to do with how you're seeing something. And there's somebody who was messing with you. Sky God was seeking wise counsel to choose the color of the sky. He wanted the beings of earth to feel serene when they looked at his work. So something about them clouds. Other great spirits remind him to trust his intuition. He will know the right color when he sees it. Sky God trusts. He sees the color clearly, thus the sky becomes blue. Sky blue. So this person could have been trying to block your throat chakra. Seeking good advice is vital when you are pushing into new territory. Stay away from anyone who is critical to your dreams. And this person was very critical. Very critical. Changing your friendship circle. How can you powerful alliances? Alliances. Thank you, Spirit. Alliances. Wise counsel, fruit for collaboration, spiritual support, state of uncertainty be added. They wanted you to stay in this uncertainty. They didn't want you to see something clearly. This person could have did mirror magic on you. All right. For those of you who are resonating with this message. All right. So let's clarify renewal when it comes to smoke and mirrors when it comes to this third eye chakra. Okay, we definitely have Pisces coming through your Princess of Cups, Six of Swords, and they didn't want you to move on. So they created a drama, a lot of trauma, right? With the Six of Swords. Swords represents air, third eye chakra. I feel like this person did not want you to see through to their true agenda. King of Swords. So yeah, there's definitely this person who wanted you to bend to their will. They thought that authority over your life, right? They thought that they were, yeah, the queen. I'm telling you, look, Queen and King of Swords, both of them were reverse. This is somebody who's very manipulative. Very manipulative. They thought they could mess with your free will. So they created a lot of smoke because they didn't want you to see their true agenda. And their true agenda was to keep you stuck in this traumatic, over emotional experience. Right? They didn't want you to receive some sort of an offer here. We definitely have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius coming through here. So they didn't want you to find a state of balance between your masculine and feminine energy, and they were trying to sever your higher connection. They didn't want you to be able to channel spirit. They didn't want you to understand something. They didn't want you to expand. They did not want you to release, right? They didn't want you to do this. So you're definitely getting a download. Something is coming in very quickly, some sort of illumination, but you need to ground yourself so that you clear out this cloudiness in your third eye so that you can move on, because there is definitely a change. This is definitely a relationship. Somebody was spreading a lot of lies and rumors, being very manipulative with their words, very cutting with their words. Um, this person thought they had authority over you, again, trying to manipulate your free will to keep you stuck. We have a 6 energy here, trying to throw you out of balance. We have 42, so that's a 6. 66 could be significant. Yeah, it's so the Princess of Cups is somebody who um uh invites you somewhere, right? So some sort of an invitation, a social event. This is somebody who you can see she's green. Look, that cup of love, right? That talks about Archangel Gabriel, who's the divine messenger. So it's like they wanted to keep you in this traumatic, emotional, manipulative energy so that you wouldn't see something clearly about this offer that's coming through here. You wouldn't hear something clearly from Archangel Gabriel. See, look here. You are the divine feminine. See the earth in her belly? That represents Venus, Empress energy. You can see this other female is in purple. That represents the spiritualist, right? Manipulating free will. Willing to release, crown chakra and throat chakra. 2 of coins. See? Looking in that mirror. Smoking mirrors. So she opened up that door. So whoever I'm talking to, Aquarius, you have found that state of balance between your masculine and feminine energy. Why? Because you were willing to release whatever's clouding your perception. You were willing to release this triggering, emotionally manipulative, verbal abusive uh, person. I feel like they like to play the victim, right? This swamp witch who siphoning your energy, trying to attach something to it. Somebody's a shifter. Somebody could have also summoned a demon to attach to somebody's solar plexus to siphon that solar plexus energy, trying to make them feel powerless, trying to make them feel blocked, right? This is definitely a demonic individual, right? And you could be discovering something. You could be discovering that maybe this person truly did not care about you. Clarify the 6 of Swords in reverse, please. Clarify the 6 of Swords in reverse. You have 4 of Swords. So the 6 and 4 adds up to a 10. They wanted you to stay in um, this spiritual sickness, right? I feel like they tried to make you sick. They tried to make you spiritually sick by what? Always throwing these swords at you, always throwing these manipulative words at you, trying to mess with your free will, always backstabbing, betraying you, always causing you a lot of pain and suffering, right? Wanted you to stay in this pain and suffering. A lot of swords coming through here, Aquarius. They could have even went as far as to come into your dreams. They didn't want you to focus, because this card can talk about meditation. They didn't want you to rest. They caused you a lot of mental pain and suffering, like make you mentally sick. But I feel like Aquarius, you were to release this relationship regardless of what they were trying to do. Now you have found a state of balance, right? You're no longer going back and forth with this person, you know, um, accepting some sort of an offer. So a door is open to an opportunity now that's going to bring profound change, a profound expansion. See, here you are, Divine Feminine, the two of coins in the sacral chakra, listening to your intuition, being more in that ebb and flow. This person could have did marine magic on you because the third eye would be water. Pisces energy. Give me expansion into coins. So I do feel there is an expansion when it comes to money. Yeah. Somebody's going through an ego death. Somebody is going through ego death. 444. And somebody is realizing that they are divinely protected here. So their crown is expanding through this ego death. So you need to be willing to let go, right? Let go of the cloudiness that has limited you. This person could have even come in dreams and tried to unalive you. For some of you, yeah, Nine of Coins. They're trying to steal your identity. They didn't want you to have the courage and the strength to put the work in, right? They didn't want you to have the courage and the strength to trust your intuition. This is the king and the queen. These two people shared the same vision, and they made this decision together. 1111 could be significant, right? This person manipulated somebody, is what I feel. Now we have the star card. Mhm. So the Nine of Coins in reverse talks about somebody who is either trying to steal somebody's identity, somebody was trying to steal somebody's spotlight, somebody who could have used marine magic, cloud somebody's intuition, cloud their psychic vision. Somebody who is throwing verbal magic at somebody, um, trying to make them mentally ill, mentally sick, trying to block their heart space from receiving something. hmm I feel like this person was playing a lot of mind games with somebody, trying to get somebody to self sabotage. So, Aquarius 1313 is significant here. Spirit is telling you to complete your transformation, you need to be willing to release that limited mindset. Be willing to make the changes within yourself, right? And trust in divine timing, because there's definitely a renewal period coming. You need to ground your energy so that you can get these downloads. This is 100% about a relationship. The king and queen, two people who are on the same page to attack somebody. But I feel like somebody actually manipulated the other person, probably by doing magic to keep them stuck from moving away from them, to keep them stuck from moving away. It's like what they did was they manipulated somebody into doing something. And now it's like they're taking that and using it. They're like keeping it in their head to keep them from moving away from the relationship. hmm Well, you did this with me, right? You accepted the invitation. You did this with me. And now they're using it against the other person to keep them from leaving them because they don't want something to end. So they got manipulated into doing some magic, very powerful magic. The swamp queen, right? The swamp witch. Hmm. We're going to try to ruin somebody's reputation, this their identity. Hmm. All right, so let's go ahead and move out of that energy because it's frustrating the heck out of me. Let's pull some chakra love for the Aquarius collective. See how she's on the ground meditating? This person was sending a lot of hate. Sending a lot of hate. Journey. And to enjoy the journey, let go of the outcome. Sacral chakra. Red adventurine. So give your sacral chakra some love. Ground your energy. Make sure you keep yourself grounded on this journey and be willing to let go of the outcome because there is a change coming. But you need to be willing to release the ego. Let go. Because that way, when you let go of something, you're going a new opportunity is going to open to you. When you let go, a new opportunity is going to open up to you. The door will be open. It will be unlocked to expand your mind so that you can literally connect to your spirit team. And this person want to. It's like they were trying to steal your divinity, so to speak. This person manipulated a situation so that you would invite them in. Give me another chakra. Give me some more chakra love for Aquarius. Vulnerability, sodalite. Showing vulnerability is a sign of strength. Throat chakra. And that's what we got here. Throat chakra on the crown chakra. I don't know what happened to my piece of sodalite. I sleep with it. I woke up and it was missing. So I have no clue where it went. Found it yet. Um, but yeah, vulnerability. This person was messing with your throat or heavily messing with your throat. Love. Love is a verb, so make it your most treasured action. Rhodonite. So this person could have come in and said, I love you. It was a lie. All right. Thank you for watching.